Good morning, students. Sairam. Students, I hope you all are doing well in your studies and be safe at your home. So, student, this is the third and final part of the chapter number 10 Financial Market. So, in this video, we cover the topics SEBI, its meaning, objectives, and its function. Remaining, the previous topics like concept of financial market function, classification of financial market, money market and its function, capital market and its function, type of capital market, stock exchange and its meaning and function, and step of trading and settlement procedure. So all these topics we have already completed. Now in this video we are going to continue our chapter with the topic SEBI, its meaning, objective, and its function. So, financial market, a market where we invest our money, and that money will borrow by the companies, and after that, if there is a profit, then the investor get a profit as a dividend. So, this what is this? This is a financial market who create the money for the borrower and profit for the investor. Now, the last topic of this chapter, look, student, this is a very important topic. So, listen carefully and you have to concentrate on this topic very carefully. So, SEBI. What is the full form of, first of all, what is the full form of SEBI? SEBI is Security and Exchange Board of India. What is the definition, or what is the full form of SEBI? Security and Exchange Board of India. So it is a regulatory for the securities in the India. Means why the SEBI setup? SEBI set up to protect the investors' interest, or it is very helpful for regulating the security market. Means it is very helpful for um, giving the platform for selling and purchasing of securities like shares, debentures, bonds, and etc. So SEBI basically is for India. Okay, so it is a regulator for the security market. Now, it was set up on April 12, 1988. To start with, the SEBI was set up as a non-statutory body. Later on, it became a statutory body under the SEBI Act 1992. Means it was set up on 12th April 1988, but it is legally formed in a Act 1990 in 1992, and also modified with more powers like um, taking action regarding the fraudulent activities, like cancelling the license of those people who do fraudulent activities, those companies who are doing illegal work. So these are some powers which came under the SEBI at 1992. Okay, its headquarter is located at Mumbai Bandra Kurla complex. Okay, and its regional office is at New Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, and Ahmedabad. I hope you all have understood what is the SEBI. SEBI is for regulation of securities. It provides us the protection for the security. It is very helpful to buying and purchasing the securities. So, student, what is the role of SEBI? If anybody, if a company wants to issue their share, so first of all they have to get license or get registered under the SEBI. And if the SEBI feel that this company is very secure, safe, and not involved in any illegal activity, then the SEBI give that company a license, as well as the underwriters and all the middlemen have to registered under the SEBI for the regulation of securities. And if the SEBI find that there is any mistake or there is any fake element in the market, then what the SEBI do? SEBI remove that portion from the security market. Okay. Now, why SEBI is called the watchdog of stock exchange? Look, student, this is a very most important question, and you have to understand why the SEBI called the watchdog of the stock exchange. What is the role of dog? First of all, you all know what the dog do. Protect us. Okay. So here the SEBI called a watchdog. In 1998, in 1988, SEBI was established, but its status, its statutory status with extra power is it was get in 1992. So before 1992, it is just like a watchdog. Means they only keep eye, means the SEBI keep eye on the all the regulatory process, on the activities of the companies, of the investors, shareholders, and all the peoples who involve in that process. The SEBI only keep eye on that they do their work in a systematic way without any illegal activity. So that's why it is called a watchdog. But now it the watchdog will bark also. Okay, bark on those people, on those companies that create a fraudulent environment, to malpractices, to who exploit customers. So now watchdog will bark also. So in 1992, after getting the statutory status, the SEBI will also get the power to take action against any fraudulent activity if the SEBI find. Okay. Now SEBI regulates and protect the interest of investor. Look, SEBI, what the SEBI do? It regulate, okay, and protect the interest. Interest means the investors' money, its profit, their profit. So SEBI regulates and protect their interest. And so it was established. First of all, it was established in 1988, but it the SEBI got the statutory status at or in 1992 with special powers, okay, to protect the investors from the fraudulent malpractices rampant in market securities before 1988. As a watchdog, it regulates the market and protect the investor by keeping a check on the various manipulative activities by performing the following function. So how can the SEBI keep its eye on that whole process? Number one is it regulates takeover bid of company if there is any takeover. So the SEBI keep their eye on that companies who take over the another company, who are in a who do the mergers. Okay. So second point, prohibits prohi- fraudulent and unfair trade practices. If there is any unfair trade practices, any legal work involved in that process, so SEBI control that activities. Next, third one is undertakes the several steps to protect the investor. Example, call for information by conducting inspection, inquiries, audit of the company. So undertakes several steps, like what they do, they also protect the investors interest. Means if a company, if for example, if a company shows that it is their financial position is not so well, and the return to the investor is also less. But if there is any inquiry or any inspection done by the SEBI, and SEBI find out that there is a very big blunder which is done by the company, because company is achieving good position, achieving good profit, but they showing the less profit because of rate of return or the return which they have to give to the investors. So to stop all these type of activities, what the SEBI do? Protect the investor by conducting inspections, inquiries, and audit of these type of companies. Now, what is the objective? What is the objective of SEBI? To provide a fair, efficient, and transparent security market. Means fair, very efficient, and transparent. Means it is not any hidden, or it should be very clear in front of the investors, shareholders, and all the general public. Next, to enable shorter settlement cycle, it ensure that the settlement cycle will be shorter, so that if the investor want to liquidize their money, their asset, then easily do that. Next is to meet modern global standard of security market. Now it also, what the SEBI do, they also modify the global standard security market. Last is to introduce various reform for proper working of Indian security market. What they do, they make the plans, policy, and various reforms for the proper working of Indian security market. So this is the these are the four objectives of the SEBI. Next, function of SEBI. Look student, the function of SEBI is divided into three parts. Number one is regulatory function. Second is development function or developmentary function. Third one is protective function. So let's take a look one by one. Number one is regulatory function. Regulatory means regulation of stock chain exchange. So what are the points which comes under the regulatory function? Number one, regulation of a stock exchange means regulation of stock, like purchasing and selling, and self-regulatory organization, also self-regulatory organization. Second, registration and regulation of stockbroker, sub-brokers, and registrar to all issues, merchant banker, underwriter, portfolio manager, etc. What they all do, they give the provision that all these the stockbrokers, sub-brokers have to register under the SEBI. Okay, next one is registration and regulation of working of collective investment schemes, including mutual funds. If the company wants to issue the mutual fund or any investment scheme, so they have to inform the SEBI before it. Okay, so its registration and regulation is also important. Next one is prohibition of fraudulent and unfair trade practices relating to security market. So its next regulatory function is to safe and secure regulation, without any fraudulent activity and unfair trade practices. Next is insider trading. Look, so student, insider trading means trading in a company, or if the person of a company passes some information, some secret information to the another people, and said that you purchase that company's product, it is very profitable, so and so. But uh, it makes sure that any information does not leak by any trader. Means the SEBI prohibits the insider trading. Okay, it should be they ensure that it should be clear and transparent to all the people. Next one is last one, regulating substantial acquisition of share and takeovers of a company. Means to s- regulation of acquisition means hiring of shares and takeovers of a company. They keep the SEBI keep eye on the takeovers, mergers, and the acquisition of shares. So this is the regulatory function of the SEBI. Now, next one is developmentary function, or we can say that developmental function. Number one is promoting investors education. Development means develop, to train them. Means all the persons who involve in these activities, whether it is a investor, or any people, or any consumer nahi, any investor, any shareholder, any um, like any underwriter or any middleman. What they do, they promote investors education. Number one developmental function is to provide the full information about the company and to educate them about all the acquisition of assets, means like shares, debenture, bonds, means all type of securities to the investor who want to invest their money in the financial market. Second point is train. means the intermediaries like middlemen, any association who are plays a role of mediator between the company, between the SEBI or a company or the investor. So the next step is to train them that how to deal with the customers or with the investors. Next one is conducting research and publishing information useful to the market participants. Next one is conducting research and publishing information, means to publish all the information which is very useful to all the participants of market, participants like merchant bankers, any journal people who want to invest their money, any company, any intermediary. So the next step is to conduct research and publish all the information which is very useful for this trading process. Next one is promotion of fair practices. So this is point is also the developmentary function. Next one is promotion of self-regulatory organization, means to promote that self-regulatory organization. So these are the development function of SEBI. Now last function of SEBI is protective function. So protective means to protect the investor's interest, the investor's money, investors savings. So number one is to check price ragging, means look student, the price of a securities may fluctuate very frequently due to the change in the price and demand. So its main function is to protect that the price ragging, the fluctuation of price is fair or not, means if there is any if the SEBI feels that there is any um, illegal or any fraudulent activity that the company shows more than fluctuating price, so it is not profitable or it is not fair for the investors or to the investors. So what the SEBI do, SEBI checks the price ragging, means the fluctuation of the price should be fair. Next one is it prohibits insider trading. So the protective function, the SEBI look or keep the eye on the inside to avoid the insider trading, that any active any information or any secret information should not be spread or shared by anyone to the another person. Next one is prohibition of fraudulent and unfair trade practices. This point is very common in all functions. Last point is it undertakes steps to educate investor. Its main another step is to educate investors so that they protect themselves from any malpractices. Next one is it promotes fair practices and code of conduct. Last one is it promotes fair practice. So how can SEBI protect them? By promoting fair practice and code of conduct, the rules, regulation, and the doing the work in a systematic and in a legal way. So students, this chapter has been completed. I hope you all will understand that, and if you have any problems you can call me and ask your problems. Okay students, thank you. Sairam.